the first quarter when you kind of peaked and you saw Steven kind of running up your back until you paused and had plenty of room and he runs into you, and of course you don't get the call, but when something like that happens early on, does that kind of set the tone for the mood or anything like that, or does that kind of put you guys back on your heels?
It just hurt.
Looked like it.
It was frustrating that you get called and then go down the other end and I get a little ticky foul, but I'm used to it.
Does it also fire you up too, because then you get 8 assists in that first quarter?
We were playing well. We were moving the ball well in the first quarter, and they just made adjustments after that, and that was all she wrote.
Third quarter seemed to be the biggest difference for you guys in this one. What adjustments did they make in that one?
We just came out, played harder, played better. Kind of took us out of our rhythm, and then we couldn't really stop them. On the other end.
When you guys did not shoot particularly well in the second half, was that their defense, or was it just shots not falling?
I mean, you definitely got to credit their defense. They're a good defensive team, and our offense wasn't very good. Our execution wasn't very good. We're not screening really, and so you're not gonna really get any easy looks, any good shots from that.
Yeah, I know we've asked you this, but the rookies in Gerald, I mean, they're developments.
Yeah. That's what you look for, when the season's going like this. We're out of the playoffs. The games really don't matter, but they do. I think they matter for those guys, especially where they're just getting the time and learning how to play and getting the minutes that they need.
With Jordan especially, where do you see his?
Well, he's gotten better in the last month, a lot. He's in shape now. He's got the hazing out of the way. He's been yelled at, so he's got thicker skin, and now he's just out there playing, and things don't bother him as much anymore.
You said that you know where he's going to be even before he knows where he's going to be. How's that happen?
I don't like to think so, but a lot of times no. I don't know, it's just like I said, he's learning how to play and learning how to be in the right spots, and that comes with just a feel for the game, learning how to play the game, learning our system. I think he's doing a lot better job of that. He's got great hands around the basket and does a good job of finishing.
As a Steelers fan, any thoughts on playing in front of Rex Ryan?
I know he's there.
Oh, you didn't know he was there?
It don't bother me. I like Rex Ryan.
You do?
Yeah.
You're a fan?
I watch the Hard Knocks. I think they should have it every year just for him. I enjoy watching them.
For you, Deron, do you take as a leader on the team? Do you take an active role in these games matter for those guys? So and kind of helping them learn.
Yeah, we're always talking on the sidelines and after plays, and they watch a lot of film, so they're getting better and learning, like I said.
Deron, as a point guard, learning to play with tempo seems to be important. I know a lot of guys, especially with speed, have to figure out how to go, and when to slow down. How did you figure that out? How that process developed for you?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I've always been good at that. This has probably been one of the worst years of dictating that, just because it's harder, on this team for some reason. But that's just something you kind of have a feel for. I think you're born with a little bit, and then you get better as time goes on.
Has coaching helped in that regard? Or?
I think so. I think I've been fortunate enough to play with good coaches, throughout my career. So, definitely have to credit them as well.
I just want to ask you, just as a point guard, I know John Wall in DC's with a team that's not playing as well. I know as a point guard, it's tough to kind of deal with that. How have you handled it, or what are your thoughts on how he's handled dealing with it?
He's handled well. He's got a tough cast down there. I don't want to put anybody down, but he's not playing with the smartest guys in the world. That's tough. I mean, it's tough.
Don't put him down.
Watching. JaVale McGee was on the not so top 10 like 50 times this year. But I think he's handled it well, and he has to force a lot of things. I think I have to force a lot. I'm shooting 40%. I never thought I'd shoot 40% in my career. But I'm taking tough shots over double teams, and that's really the only shots I get. I don't get many open looks. I don't get many, just spot up shots. And that's what it is.
I guess being a veteran, for him being young, I'm sure it's tough to deal with that. But as a veteran,
it's tough for me. I've been in 7 years. No matter if you're young or old. I think it's worse if you're old. Young, you're just trying to, you're just excited to be playing and be in the NBA. Look at you. Have you been here the whole time? I haven't seen you not one time. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a good team. We competed. Avery Bradley was knocking down tough shots, and we just seemed like we just couldn't put the ball in the hole. And we made a couple bad plays, and they executed well on both ends, and we just didn't match their effort today.
For the Celtics, whenever they get up big on a team, how difficult is it for the defense they put on you to climb back in it?
It's tough because they really don't make a lot of mistakes offensively. With the great point guard player they have in Rondo, so it's really tough to really try to take care of the ball. I had some careless turnovers, and we had a chance to kind of make a run coming back, but it was just they were just knocking down shot after shot, and it's just tough to climb back.
Are you amazed Kevin Garnett's 35, been in the league 17 years, and he's still put up the numbers?
You know what? He's going to go down as one of the best players of all time. He might go down one of the best players that ever come out of high school, besides probably him and Kobe Bryant. So he's a good player, man. He still plays at a high level at that age, and I'm just I'm not surprised because he always brings that same effort and intensity every game since he came out. And I'm a fan. I'm always will be a fan, and he's probably one of the main reasons why the defense is so good, because his communication. He's just always talking. It makes it a lot easier for him.
Did you talk to the other team at all when he's out there?
Nah, he doesn't talk. He talks trash sometimes, but with the talk love of the game, he's not no dirty guy. He's not no guy who's gonna say anything, to try to. He's not gonna say anything that he doesn't mean. His job is to try to get in our heads and make us play bad, and he does a good job of that, not just to us, but to any of his opponents. He's been doing that for years. So, he's one of those players that he's always gonna always be amped up, and sometimes you have to match that, but it's tough to match Kevin Garnett's intensity.
What did you see from that play at the end of the first half?
I didn't. I seen Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett running at me, and I was just trying to get the shot off before the time expired. I didn't even know if it counted or not. So when I was in the locker room at halftime, they told me that it counted. But it's irrelevant. We still lost. So
it looked like a bullet coming off your hands.
It did. I was just trying to get out my hands. I knew the shot clock was going down, and we only had 2 seconds left. We'll pet through the ball, and so I was just trying to get it off in time.
Thank you, Gerald.
It would have been nice, obviously, under the winning circumstances, but what does that mean for you?
It felt good. Like I've been saying in the past couple of games, my confidence is going up. My teammates have been doing a great job of getting me involved, and I just want to go out there and prove that I should be out there.
For you look more active, and I think we saw a couple second and third efforts, and even you shaking your head down the floor. How many times going up over KG? But
he's a good defender, so I wanted to get that one up, but. Yeah, I'm just trying to work hard, just trying to learn and gain experience, and listen to my teammates and my coaches and get better. That's all I can do at this point.
Have they ever mentioned to you maybe they'll try and start you one of these games down the stretch in the last
They haven't mentioned anything. They haven't mentioned it yet, but I'm just happy to be in the rotation. I'm not worried about starting or not starting. I think we have a great starting five, and me coming off the bench, I think is just makes you want to work harder and be a little bit more hungry.
What if playing with Deron gets you so many layups when the two of you are on the floor together?
Say it again.
What about when you're playing with Deron? Like, what is it? His passes? Is it where you're positioned? Like, what kind of?
I think we kind of just find each other. He's a feet where he finds me most of the time. We just kind of make eye contact, and he sees me. He sees me open. He's such a good point guard. He's obviously one of the best in the world. So he's so good that he kind of sees what's going to happen before it happens. So he knows where I'm going to be before I'm even there. So he's he's just really good. He's very, very good at that. Open man.
Miss Cleo? He's like Miss Cleo?
Yeah, as you call him, Mr. Cleo, not Miss Cleo. I call him girl. But he's definitely unbelievable. He's unbelievable at finding an open man, and even if you're not open, he'll try to squeeze in between. He made a pass tonight that I didn't think he saw me, and he just threw the ball and knew I was in the area. So, it's good to know that he's starting to trust me.
Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty good first half for us. Ended it on that Gerald Green three-pointer. Had some momentum going into halftime. And again, just haven't been able to figure this team out, the Celtics, in the third quarter. We get off to a decent start in the third quarter, but then, they just kicked it in gear on us. We had a couple of blown assignments, and offensively, we just couldn't score. Had we continued to score like we did in the first or the second quarter, we would have had a chance to maintain ourselves there. But, they built a little lead on us and got a little bit of a cushion. and we just couldn't get it turned around.
You amazed. 35 years old, Kevin Garnett, still a double-double guy.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, he's found the fountain of youth, and he can shoot it, he can pass it, he rebounds, he plays pick and roll defense, he blocks shots. He's doing it all right now, and he and Bass are a really good combination at 4 and 5, and that's why they'll have a chance come playoff time.
From the oldest guy on the court to one of the youngest, Deron Williams, is that the most active you've seen?
He's been active, and every game he gets better and better. He's catching the ball, he's finishing inside, he's rebounding the ball on both ends of the floor. Between Jordan Williams and Green and Morrow, Anthony was off a little bit tonight. Those are 3 guys that we really are counting on coming off the bench, and they've been pretty consistent.
Coach, with the Celtics defensively in the second half, what were they doing that kind of got the flow of the offense?
They were out denying our passing lanes. They were trapping us, to start the half. And when we get trapped, we got to make plays. And if we get trapped and make plays on a night like tonight, Deron probably should have had 25 assists had we made more baskets. But we just didn't make the defense pay when he got trapped.
Avery, when you guys aren't getting calls maybe you feel you deserve, how much of a challenge is it to keep the team positive and that sort of thing?
Sometimes it's an uphill battle, but our guys don't complain. In calls they can go either way, and they sometimes level themselves off. And even if we have a disagreement about one here and there, our guys have done a pretty good job of maintaining their focus.
Is that,
Okay.